Low rolls even? English is hard. English is hard. I had 5,008. And you lost 5,008. Them's the breaks. These are the breaks. I need to chill out. Yo, I need to chill. Already very chill. Who called me? A spam caller. Get the fuck out of here, Captain. I willingly get scammed every time. Every time? Why would you even look at that, Black? Why? Why would you want to look at that? Huh? Huh? I want the menu to say fuck 'em. No problem. I too want the menu to say fuck 'em. One word or two? One word. Obviously one word. Fuck 'em. Fuck 'em. Fuck 'em. Nice. Alright, what the hell am I gonna do here? I don't have peppers or onions. I can't make the Cajun trio, the Creole Trinity, because I don't have the stuff for it. This is a struggle. This, I have like a little bit of onion and a little bit of carrot. We're gonna sip on this while we figure it out. Didn't I say I was gonna open that this weekend? But we're opening it today. We are opening it today. This is the 2015 Brunello di Montalcino. It's gonna be good. Or up yours. Up yours. Isn't a wine bottle kind of dinner? Not in my books, but in some people's books, certainly. I don't recommend you have wine only for dinner. Why? Because you're missing out on excellent pairings. And don't hit me with that, well, I like to pair wine with the glass. Fuck you. Fuck you, you're gonna pair wine with a glass. That's not a pairing. That's just how you drink wine. A bottle of wine and an entire stick of butter. An entire stick, huh? I don't pair it with anything. So you just avoid it like the plague. Aren't you alcohol free? Am I remembering the correct human here? You're alcohol free human? Or am I thinking of someone else? Only pair it's getting is the bubbles going into the bottle. Heyo. Oof. It's a nice smelling wine. A toast for Spaz. Any punt pourers here? No? Good. We don't put up with that punt pouring bullshit. There's the wine chat. If you haven't seen it before when we brought it on stream. There you go. Focus, please. Focus, please. Get out of my way. There you go. 2015. Brunello di Montalcino. from Ranieri. That's not how you say that. Ranieri. Ranieri. Sorry. I only took kindergarten Italian. Nice red color. Like fresh crushed berries. Brighter red than I was expecting in the pour. In the glass, it's nice and dark. Not really alcohol free, but I drink very rarely. Okay, so I'm... Toast. Cheers. Spelled differently. Ooh. Ooh. Hold on. That's fresh opened? Oh, we're in for a treat. Oh, we're in for a treat. Nicely tannic, not too bad. And my mouth is still dry, so it's got some heavy tannins on there, but it's balanced out with a decent level of acidity. So it doesn't feel punchy at all. It feels very, very reserved. Because it's a Reserva. Get it? That's stupid. Pretend like you didn't hear that. Nice. I like this quite a bit. Fruits are really background. This red has a lot of. Oh, never mind. There they are. There they're coming out. Overripe blackberries. Maybe plums. Plums? I'm getting plums. Some alcohol, straight up alcohol. A lot of alcohol. What is this, 15? 14.5%. It smells like a little bit like marker. I'll wait for it to open a bit more and get that alcohol out of there. Yeah. Can you accurately predict how wine will taste after it's been open for a while? No. Well, if you drink a lot of the same wine, I would say yeah, sure. Can I? No, I don't think so. I can tell you what's going to generally happen. There's the wine, Ramaki. We're drinking a 2015 Brunello. Focus, please. Come on, you can do it, camera. Come on. There you go. There you are. There's the wine. Right, I can tell you generally what's going to happen, right? Generally, you'll start to smell more, right? Because as the wine oxidizes, it starts to release more flavors. Some wines are going to be like no smell at the start, and then you get into them and let them aerate, oxidize for 5 minutes, and boom, all the character. All the character. If it's sharply alcoholic, if it's burning your nostrils at the start, again, as it oxidizes, you're going to lose some of that, and it's going to soften. Same with tannins. Tannins, if they're really punchy and strong at the start, as the air works on the wine, it's the wine tends to soften up and not really like dry out your mouth so much. Of course, this all depends on the wine, the age of the wine, the type of grape, you know, the style it was made in. So, but this is general. This is broad strokes. Broad strokes. So there's this sweet spot where the oxidation helps the flavor, and then after a while it hurts it. Correct. Correct. Exactly. Spot on. With younger wines, that sweet spot, you know, you open them, you can drink them almost right away. If they're really big, like California Cabs, you might want to add a bunch of air just so they're not super punchy. Older wines that have been bottled for a while, you tend to want to give them, well, we'll say evolving, not older. Evolving wines, you know, that's like 3 to 5 or 3 to 7 years. Those ones you can give them a few minutes to aerate, right? And they will become crazy cool, right? As the air starts to work on them. I recommend that, like, if you're interested in tasting wine, you drink all the way through. Like, you taste it at the beginning. Oh God, it's horrible. It's tight. It's making my mouth super dry. I don't like it. It tastes bad. I had a wine like that the other day, actually. It was the first wine I've ever almost sent back. So it's like, I don't like it. It tastes bad, right? And I was like, I know it needs to aerate, but damn, that's a bad fucking first taste. And we let it aerate, and it became gorgeous, beautiful wine after it opened. But it did need to really get some oxygen going because it was just all dirt and musk, and it was no fruit at all. It's awful. So if you're ordering at a restaurant, you just have to decide for yourself when to start drinking. No. If you're ordering at a nice restaurant, you'll have a sommelier to guide you, and they will, if they think that it should be decanted, they will recommend decanting. If you're ordering yourself at a mid-tier restaurant, all the wines are probably going to be young anyway, young or evolving. And then in that case, it's up to you. You can ask for them to decant it. If you want, right? You can ask for them to decant it if you think it needs it, or if you just want to. I know a lot of times people just ask for it to get decanted because they think it looks cool. Which, fine, whatever. You know, you want your 2022 freaking Chardonnay decanted. I don't know why. That's kind of weird. But whatever, I'll do it. I don't care. But yeah, if you're on your own at the restaurant, I mean, you can always ask your server, but that's going to really vary depending on the quality of the restaurant you're at. I'd recommend, if you think it tastes tight, aka you're smelling it, you're tasting it, and that's not really, it's not really expressing very much. You know the wine's not bad, right? You smelled it, and it doesn't smell funky or gross, or there's no like off or rotten flavors. You know it's not bad. If it's bad, you send it back, right? That's just a rule. If it's bad, you send it back, or you have someone else taste it if you're not sure. But yeah, if you've just had the bottle opened and it's a younger wine, just wait 5 minutes. If you're impatient, you can aerate the glass, right? You can intensely aerate the glass. Sometimes, if the wine comes out of the cellar and it's a bit cold, you can also just cup the glass to warm the wine up, because those two things work together. The heat and the oxygen work together to give you more aromas off of the wine itself, right? So if you're impatient, you're like, oh, I really want to drink this wine, you can just do this for 5 minutes, and there'll be plenty of air incorporated. This is why you swirl the wine. This is why you see, oh, fancy, yes. Why, I smell blackberries and cherries and, well, perhaps some freaking tire rubber. Yeah, the reason people do that is because it incorporates more air into the wine. which releases the aromas of the wine upwards. Right? Decant a 2022 Chard? That sounds weird. Yeah, people people are dumb. That's the one thing you gotta never forget. People are dumb, and they won't ask you to do anything. Can you have this decanted? And they'll ask you with a straight face, like, can you decant this? And you're like, it's champagne. Yeah, but we want it decanted. You'll pour all the bubbles out. Yes, but we want it decanted. Okay. I'll decant it. No problem. Decant this bag wine. See, that would be reasonable. But nobody who brings bag wine to a restaurant is going to want you to know about it. Right? Because they're damn well not going to pay corkage fee. Hell no. They'll just leave when you tell them they have to pay to bring their own wine into the restaurant. Corkage fee? The hell's that? I'm not paying that. Throw it in a blender. That is true. It makes me cringe every time, but it is true. You can speed aerate a wine by just blending it, right? That is true. That's also what your decanter is for. Like I got one here, right? The thing that you use it for, and also see all those crazy fancy shapes, is you want to pour in here, and the way that the bottle is designed is it pulls the wine to the edge here, right? Which gives it a ton of surface area rolling in. Some decanters are much bigger and designed to give way more surface area than others, but that's a lesson for another day, I guess. Corkage fee, but it don't got a cork on it. This ain't got a cork on it. That reminds me of the what is it, Bistro Huddy? The guy who got really popular making short videos during COVID. Love that. I love that channel. I don't like the funky looking decanters that are hard to clean. I like them, but I hate cleaning them. Does that make sense? Like I like the way some of the ones like with the swan necks, the way the wine looks when it pours in there. I love that. I hate cleaning them afterwards. This is great. This is great. This is basically a pitcher with a little flip in the neck. But yeah, I do like them. Like I know exactly what you're saying. Like cleaning them afterwards, you could be there for 20 minutes and it would still be dirty, like at the bottom edge of the first loop in the swan neck, and you're just like, I need this decanter. So I feel you there. Cleaning them is just it's a pain in the butt. Yeah, I wouldn't want to own one either. But honestly, I don't like using them at restaurants either. I don't know where's the right occasion to have one of those decanters. I'm not gonna lie. Where is it at? When do you actually need one? You never do. But if someone else owns it and someone else is gonna use it, no, hell no. I'll dump it in there if you send me another one to replace it. If you got one to replace it, I'll dump it in there. But, yeah, I think that's the only... Someone else has to own it, and someone else has to be in charge of cleaning it. They have staff to clean that shit. Yeah, exactly. Maybe one day when I'm rich and way bred, I'll get one of those decanters. Have you ever seen a Magnum decanter or a Jeroboam decanter? Those things are sick. Have you ever seen a Coravin? Yeah. Coravin, if you're fancy. Yeah, I used to use one. We had a whole Coravin list at my steakhouse restaurant. But the bartenders always broke the Coravin needles because they were heavy-handed with it. Why bother with Jeroboam decanters? Just use a wheelbarrow. I don't know. They're huge. They're cool though. I don't know. Yeah, I agree with you. Like, just pour it into a bucket. That thing's big enough to freaking serve a party of 12. All night long. Well, depending on the party, of course. I need a scrub on a stick. Some wine purveyors always had them when we did tastings. Yeah, that's kind of lame in my opinion. I get it why they would bring them to tastings, right? Because then they can steal out of some nice bottles. But my favorite wine purveyors, my favorite wine reps were the ones who would bring the bottle. They'd visit us. We'd be the last one on the day, and they'd just leave the bottles with us. And that's where it's at. Screw taking a little bit out and then moving on with it. Leaving the bottle. Leave me the bottle. Yes, sir. Maybe it'll wind up on the list. Needle through the cork. Yeah, so what the way it works is they have the hypodermic, really thin needle. It's not quite hypodermic, but basically. It's thin enough so that the cork will seal up around it when you pull the cork out, or when you pull the needle out. And then it's pretty simple. It just injects. I can't remember. It's an inert gas. I don't remember what the gas it is exactly. I don't remember off the top of my head which gas they inject into the bottle. But argon. Thank you. Yes, argon. Injects argon into the bottle, replaces the wine that you take out. It gives you a longer shelf life. I think when it first came out, there was this misconception that they inject Oregon into it. Yeah, Oregon. There was this misconception that you could just do it whenever you want and the bottle would never die. In reality, you get more time to pour the whole bottle, but eventually the bottle does oxidize. I'm trying to make my own scrub on a stick. I've done this before, but it's been a while. It's been a while since I've done this last. Get in there. Oh, we're going to lose it. Do. They said they had a 2007 Portland in-house. Portland. Okay. Last attempt at this, and then I'll just stick around later with it. I need a real scrub on a stick, but this does the trick. In a pinch. Just break it in half? Yeah, that's a good idea. Break it in half. I like that. I'll do that. Smash. Always works for me. Then you just have the shard top decanters. You just gotta warn your guests that there may be glass in their wine. Yo, what up, Bachelor? What's happening? How it goes, my dude? What's up with the decanter? We were just talking about wine and decanting, and my decanter's sitting here needing to be cleaned, and I figured why not decant it or clean it. We're not decanting this whole bottle because there's no way I'm drinking a bottle today. Hell no. But since it was here and needing to be cleaned, I figured I'd just clean it. I'll sieve out the glass. You know we've done that before. I've done that before. I don't remember what happened. I think it was somebody bummed the cork, and then they tried to fix it, and then they broke the bottle, and we wound up like the guests never knew about that bit of broken bottle. We wound up sieving out the wine and glass. It was like the only bottle we had in house of whatever the wine was. Half pound of peeled garlic in the walk-in. Did you have to peel the garlic yourself, or was it pre-peeled? Nice clean decanter. So what's your solution for when someone breaks the cork off in the bottle? You want me to show you? Wait, I don't know if I can with this. I could try. There you go. So, bam. Broken cork. Oh no, you suck at opening wine. You've busted the cork. And let's just say, for realism's sake, it looks like this, right? Oh no. What are you gonna do? Take it to your manager, okay? Unless your manager is a piece of shit. This is one of my favorite things to actually do, though. What do you do? Unless I have the hot tongs. Oh, the thing where you melt the glass off? Yeah, that'd be sick. So, if it's stuck like this and it's pretty firm in here, right? Still in there, you just go into the half-done cork. You grab an Osso. Yeah, if you have an Osso around, you grab one of those. Or a Durant. I used to want a Durant. I bought my manager a Durant, and I don't think she knew what it was. I don't think she knew what it was. So yeah, you just go into the cork like this, like you would before, right? And the only thing that's important here is you have to be more gentle to not run the whole cork down into the bottle, right? And you can recover like 80% of the corks by doing that. Like, just screw into the bum cork. Easy. Now, sometimes the corks like sliver and crack in half. And in that scenario, also, side note before we move on from this, if it's bummed and you can't leverage, what you do is you straighten out your key like this, and you grab it on top, and you just do a little walk around. Walk, 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 walk. But say you have a really old cork that's crumbled up. What up, Nikki? What's happening? And you can't get that shit out because it's falling apart. One, you might want to check on that wine because the cork is literally the only thing stopping it from oxidizing immediately. So if your cork has dried out and started to turn into crumble, that means the wine wasn't stored very well, right? That's why we store the wine tipped, right? That's why wine is stored on racks sideways, is so that the wine is bumping up against the cork and keeping the cork moist, right? Because if the cork dries out, it doesn't happen fast, but it does happen. Then air starts to get in and the wine is done. So that's why you keep it turned sideways. Reds. And the reason, yeah, the reason you say reds is because most whites don't age for very long, but a lot of reds are the ones that you age. So a lot of times it's reds that you store sideways. Anyway, if it's cracked, there's a couple things you can do. An Osso is a type of wine opener that has two like thin prongs, right? And it's made for taking out really long, old Burgundy corks, which are going to fall apart no matter what you do. So basically, what you do is you get one metal piece in there on one side, you get another one on the other side. You can basically pinch the cork longwise and up and out. A Durant is basically a combination of an Osso and a corkscrew. And you can screw in a cork and then have the Osso parts as well. For if you have to deal with some really insane old bottles. But 9 times out of 10, 5 to 7 years, this will be fine. Really old bottles, the only time you need a specialty wine opener. That or you're trying to be fancy. But say you don't have that, what you can do is if the cork is super crumbly, you can push the cork all the way in. Push the cork all the way in, quickly pour out the wine. So basically, it's busted, cork's in there, it's fucked up. You're not good enough to get it out, or it's falling apart, so you can't get it out with the key. Push it in, all the way in, grab a pin or something, right into the wine. Pour the wine out through a sieve, so you catch all the cork bits into a decanter, right? Strain the wine, so you don't get any cork. It'll still have a tiny bit of corky taste, but most people are going to be fine with having the wine without the cork in it, right? There's also a trick with a serviette. I remember one of my instructors showing me. I don't recommend that you try the serviette trick, but essentially what you can do is you can get in there with a rolled up serviette and scoop the wine cork. Like if you dropped it in there accidentally, you can scoop the wine cork up into the bottle, into the neck and pull it out. But I don't recommend it. I don't recommend that one. Just decant the damn bottle. Also, what up, Phoenix? How are you? Throw the bottle against the wall. I mean, you'll get the wine out. You'll just have to lick it off the glassy floor. The other thing about wine bottles, just a note about why they're stored on the side. I was talking about that. The other thing about the reason, or not, sorry, standard procedure, I should say, for serving them is, say you have a really old bottle like Cannibal's 1986, and you know it's been stored well, it's stored at the right temperature, it's been on its side, it's been rotated every so often, and you're ready to drink it. You're ready to drink it. Ideally, the day before or 2 days before, you know you're going to drink the wine, you take it out of it sideways and you stand it up. And I'll give 10,000 channel or gambling points to anyone who knows why you stand it up 2 days before you're going to open it. Rumaki, take it easy. I don't know why I'm clicking at you, but have a good night. It's for the sediment. Correct, Black. Correct. Give this man the points. Cannibal, correct. Bachelor, if you want points, you can do it. To be a stand-up guy, almost. Close. Let's give these people their points. Yeah, it's for the sediment. Or the pulp. The pulp I'll accept, but like sediment is a bit more than just pulp. Sediment in wine is a mixture of the tannins coming out and also the actual color pigment coming out of the wine. And sometimes you can get, what is it? Citric acid crystals? No, sulfate crystals. And also you'd want to pour those off. How many points did I say I give you? 10,000? Sediment because you turned it poorly. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what I'm making today, Waffles. Also, what up, Waffles? You work at a wine and sake bar, you learn a couple things? Yeah. So that is the reason you turn it every so often, is so that you're collecting the sediment down here. But even if you did turn it often, the reason you stand it up is because it makes it easier to open the bottle. If you can open it upright or even angled like this, right? It makes it easier if all the sediment is collected down here rather than all throughout here, and you have to keep the bottle like sideways, right? So you'll see sometimes like they'll bring out really old bottles in like a little bed, a little nest. Oh, here's your really old bottle, and they'll like set it down, and it'll be sideways or upright like this, and then they'll open it at a funky angle. That's to keep the sediment down on the bottom. And then they got to pour it off, right? So they're decanting the sediment off the wine. I can tell you never turn this. Orange wine thoughts? I've only ever had one orange wine that I liked. That was when I was in Cali, and it was really funky, and it was new. After that, most of the ones, I think I really just enjoyed the experience of it, and I think after that, most of the orange wines I've had have been pretty not great. Not great. I will say I had a pet nat that was amazing. And I don't think you can even buy it anymore. I think it was 2015. God, what was it? 2015. I don't remember who made it. I have a note somewhere in my phone about who made it, which wine it was. Wait, you like hot sake over cold sake, Bachelor? I like my freaking Daigenjos. Not gonna lie, give me them cold. Give me them cold sakes. Was it lewd? Oh boy. I'm sure it was. Alright, I have to figure out what the hell I'm making here without any ingredients. Shimmy yo, shimmy yay. Hey Black, have you tried that sake I always talk about, the Soto? It's like pretty affordable, and it's in the swanky looking modern bottle. Yeah, you've had it. Sick. Sick. I love that shit. It's so fucking good. I used to drink soda every fucking day at work. What are you doing drinking at work? Stop perpetuating those bad stereotypes. The hell, dude? Still, it's really good. Which one did you drink at work? The black can or the I hope you weren't drinking no freaking Nightingale at work. That's the good stuff. I still haven't had the can. He had the sample to make sure it wasn't poisoned. Sure. They call that tasting, not drinking. I used to do tastings at work all the time. All right. It's not drinking if you're tasting. As long as you take notes on the wine, it's not drinking. Both white and black. Don't want to accidentally send out wish.com Toso. Chat, I'm actually so mad that I don't have any veg. Like, I'm vegless, and it's not making me very happy. Especially since I was at 2 different stores today. I could have bought stuff for myself. I just forgot. I like the black one the most. I still have yet to have the black, which I think is just a Junmai. Let me look. Yeah, I don't have veg in the fridge. So pick some dandelions. Yeah, the black is a Junmai. This is the one I've had. I'll show you. Hold on. And I've had it 2 times, 3 times maybe now. That one. Yeah. Junmai Daigenjo. Look at that price. This is such a good price for how good this sake is, chat. If you've never had sake, let me just tell you to start with this one. Just start with this one. It's not that expensive, and it is fucking so good. So good. Apple, cucumber, and muskmelon? That's a great question. Also known as melon. This is just a cantaloupe? No? It looks like a cantaloupe. Are they the same fruit? Just tell me if they're the same or not, bruh. They're not the same. Okay, good enough for me. Good enough for me. The fruit is a peepo. Peepo fruit. Call your local store so they can tell you the real price. Yeah, I think I got it at $27. I definitely didn't get it from World Market. I didn't know World Market could sell you. Well, I guess I knew they had wines, but I don't like to shop at World Market, I'll be honest. Kimono soda. It sounds familiar. Yeah, Bachelor. I guess muskmelon is a variety that's similar to cantaloupe, but I guess I don't think I've ever eaten one. Camino. Sorry. Camino. Kimino. K-I-M-I-N-O. Kimino. He's pissed. How dare you mispronounce? I'll freaking gut you for this. Kimono. Got it. It's kimono soda. It's a soda you drink only while wearing a kimono. Got it. Got it. I'm tracking. Oh, Bachelor. My local store said they'd try to get it in. My local ABC store is run by some pretty cool people. Not gonna lie. So, I'm hoping we get some soon. I guess they're allowed to bring in bottles, but it's weird. I could guarantee it, but I'd have to buy a whole case. Right? I'd have to have them pull in a whole case to guarantee it. So otherwise, I just have to wait and hope that they can grab it. That or I'll have to figure out how to afford a whole case. If they buy one, it will sell. Yeah, I hope so. I hope they get it. Like I said, there's some pretty cool people, so I'm gonna guess they'll pick it up. I can't keep the 1856 on the shelf. Good. That's good, man. We like that. We like that. All right. I gotta figure out what the hell I actually do have here. We'll get some Carolina Gold rice because, well, it's Carolina Gold rice. I don't... Turns out, yes, I have had that dream. That's crazy. That kid had the same dream as me. That's wild. What a kid. What a kid. I'm so mad, chat. I'm just pissed that, like... I'm not really that pissed. I'm just annoyed that I don't have shit to make my own dinner. I don't have shit to make my own dinner. I slaved away all day long making food for other people. And now, I don't have shit to make my own fucking food. God bless America. This is some bullshit. Poor baby. That's true. At least I have wine. What is that emote? Boomer. I've never seen... That's Camel's Boomer. That's great. That's actually great. That's actually amazing. I should have access to that emote. Alright. How much gold rice was sitting on? Just under 2 cups. Did you tell... You got into it in Camel about how to cook a steak? I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I just have to... I usually turn off all culinary instincts when I go into Camel's channel. I'm just like... I'm not... Well, I wouldn't be able to watch for more than 2 seconds. Camel or Beano. Or both. I wouldn't be able to watch because just like the shit on the floor, it gets me. It gets me, dude. So I just turn all that shit off and I'm just enjoying watching Camel, do his thing. It's like the ping pong balls. Yeah, the ping pongers, man, they get me. The person who made the recipe was in chat? Oh. So what, he had to stonewall you? Oh, you got toned out. Timed out. God, I guess that wine is stronger than I thought. Timed out. Whoops. Whoops. What was wrong with the recipe? Is this tea? Am I going to get embroiled in some freaking Twitch drama if I ask this question? It was Cake's recipe. Cake, are you here right now? We don't want to make fun of you. White girl wasted? Yeah, that's true. I think we're clear. You and Gramps need to schedule a fight? Schedule a fight. I feel like Cake's always in chat. Hot almond milk over chocolate chips into not stir, or else the fucking earth would implode. Oh, I see. What were they making? Ganache? I assume. Oh, it was a bowl on a counter. Alright, so I have some leftover veg from the noodles yesterday, which we're gonna start with. That's all the veg I have in house. So we better not fuck this up, huh? It's just onions and like broccoli stems, just a couple pieces of carrot. You better not, pal. Better not, pal. Isn't like a little scorched chocolate? I, for one, love a scorched chocolate. Don't do it. Cake? Yeah, I feel like Cake knows her stuff. And she also knows Camel. Not to take the opposite side as you, Black, but like... I feel like knowing Cake and knowing Camel, Cake is trying to prevent fuckery. Fuckery. Everyone's always against me. The boomer. ElmoFire.gif. This is fine. I'm with you. Is Camel live right now? I feel like you should be, right? Go find out what Camel's up to. Beano. Beano is a member of Camel's chat community. Hasn't started yet? Am I known as the stickler cook? That Black, he's a stickler. He's a purist. Goddamn purists have no place on Twitch. I've really become the villain. You're not the villain, you're the cooking anti-hero, you know? His motives are correct. His actions are correct. They're just a little intense. I know that people like saffron unless they're black. That is true. That is true. That is true. That is correct. It's sad, but that is correct. God, does that clip still exist? I should delete that. Why am I letting that clip exist in the ether? Am I a moron? Am I an idiot? One day that's gonna come back to fucking bite me in the ass. I gotta go save it now. That shit's gonna come back to bite me in a bad way. Don't like saffron or tomatoes. Tomatoes. But only, what is it? Is it raw tomatoes or cooked tomatoes? Is it raw tomatoes? It's raw tomatoes, right? Something along those lines. Black does not like raw dogging tomatoes. If they're cooked, we gooch. If they're raw, fuck those tomatoes. They're a bitch anyway. And that's his philosophy. True facts. True facts. Okay. So, the 14.5% wine on an empty stomach after working all day and not really drinking enough water. Maybe a little strong. Maybe a little strong. I haven't seen this clip. Yeah, that's a clip that happened. I said that shit. I said that shit. It was a mistake, okay. My dad used to eat raw tomatoes with salt. He was old school. I eat raw tomatoes with salt. And olive oil? Oh my god, dude. Well, I mean, I add pepper. Okay, I don't eat just salt. I eat salt, pepper, and olive oil. And it's the good olive oil, of course. But that shit's fire. Raw tomatoes? I mean, they're not a fruit for no reason. I have a clip where it looks like Ben dumps bleach into a soup. When the fuck do I ever have bleach? I've never had bleach in this kitchen. I have bleach wipes, but I've never had pure bleach running around. But I honestly should get some. They help me degrease the stove faster. A very clean sauce. It was vinegar? I don't even fucking remember this. Oh shit, not the bleach. I don't even fucking remember that, dude. I remember that though. Jesus. My wine. That's 2015. Ah shit, not the bleach. I really don't remember that clip at all. That's crazy. I mean, how many streaming hours do I have now? I think something like 160K. Which is a lot. Rip wine. I mean, we got most of it. We didn't lose that much, thankfully. It was low already, so. We only lost about maybe half an ounce. Thank God. The most viewed clip I has 48 views. It's quite a few views. Let me look. I'm trying to find where my stats are. My stats are somewhere. My total hours streamed. It's in here somewhere. It's a lot. Obviously, it's not as much. It's not even anywhere close to some of these like very prolific streamers, but there are a lot of hours. You'd assume it'd be in channel analytics, but I don't see it in here. I thought there was a quick way to just look at your total hours watched or something like that. Ah well. I'll figure it out at some other point. Okay, I'm gonna stop looking at that. All right, we're back to making our quick Cajun seasoning here. Just want something to season the chicken up with. God, why am I drinking this wine? I'm ruined already. I'm ruined by this wine. I'm drunk. I'm drunk off my ass. I'm out here on the streets. A little black pepper in there. And then we hit it with a little chipotle. Now that's not regionally accurate at all, but that doesn't matter because it's delicious. And that's all that's important. That's all that counts. It's all that counts in the end. Does it taste really damn good? Yes. Does it hit the flavor profile? Yes. Then we good. We good here. We're done here. If it hits the right flavor profile and it tastes damn good, that's what you got to do. That's what we're out here to do. The Slenderman, but my regional birdie. This ain't Louisiana. I'd never put my scrimps in that seasoning. What is this? Slenderman. What the fuck am I doing? Somebody had some drinks here. It was me. What am I doing? Well, let's just get rid of that clip. How about we just delete that? I don't want to look at that. I don't want to look at that clip. What's wrong with me? He's white girl drunk. I think you mean wasted. It's okay. You'll get it one day. White girl wasted. Yo, what up, Cal? What's happening? How's it hanging? Way grill wasted. True, accurate, factual, incredible, phenomenal, well done. It's the same thing. It's not the same thing. One sounds much better. And that's why it's a common phrase. You feel me? You dig? You picking up what I'm putting down? One rolls off the tongue and has been commonly copied all over the place. White girl wasted. White girl drunk sounds like what an 11 p.m. newscaster would say, trying to be hip. You tipsy? Yes. Yes, I am. We had some 2015 Brunello di Montalcino, and it's quite good. And I've had nothing to drink or nothing to eat all day. Right? I had like 2 cups of water, 0 food, and I decided, yeah, let's drink that. Let's drink that. It'll be fine. Guess what? It's fine. I'm just a little, saucy. That's all. No worries. All right, we're gonna coat this chicken with some Cajun seasoning, which we just finished creating. And as the chicken's super cold, I'm just gonna let it temper for a second. I want to cook it here, but I'd rather get some nicer color on it, so I'm gonna let it temper and warm up a little bit before we try to sear it. Empty tummy drinking. Well, I'm not drinking heavy, right? Empty tummy drinking when you're just having a glass? That just makes it hit a little harder. You get more bang for your buck. Now, if you're going in, you've made a critical error. If your plan is to do shots or some shit, or have multiple cocktails, or finish off a bottle with your friends, I recommend you pregame with some water and maybe a snack. What's up, Nug? Fire extinguisher, what's that? I don't have one of those. What's a fire extinguisher, chap? I think you mean one of these, right? This is my fire extinguisher. I'm just gonna go whoomp. He's being really picky. Yes, I am. Basically, I told Can One that the phrase is not white girl drunk, it's white girl wasted, and he said that's the same thing. And at that point, I really honestly could have just rested my case. I'd bring all the boys to the yard. Are you a milkshake? All right, we're heating this up. We're gonna pop this sausage in there, cook it off, take it back out again. It's already fully cooked. I just want to get a little color on it. And we'll add it back into the rice in a minute. Later, Black. Have a great night. Much appreciate seeing you. I'm glad that you're feeling better. Very glad you're feeling better. Hail and well met. Yet it is. What's up? How are you? Thank you so much. I hope that you are also having a lovely Wednesday. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm off to go to this dumbass meeting. I mean, you're not a dumbass. Come on. Can't be that bad. Wasted as in offer tips. Chat, do you think I should pour another or no? I'll leave it up to you. This is a democracy. Do you have celery? No, if I had celery, I'd have put it in there already. What's funny is I bought celery today. But not for me. I bought it for the client, and it's still over there at their house. Could have just taken one piece. 100% pour another. It's up to you. Looking for group. Do you have carrots? No. And that's why I was so mad, was because I didn't have time to go shopping. And I wound up not having any veg, period. I did have some big ones, but I used most of them yesterday. We encourage responsible consumption of alcohol. Indeed. Indeed we do. Also, what up, Laura? Home from birthday dinner. Hence why not here earlier. I wasn't here earlier either, so it's fine. How was the dinner? It was really nice. Where'd you go? Also, wait, is it your birthday? Or was it someone else's birthday? Either way, happy birthday. What the hell? How's this the first time I'm thinking about this? Alright, got a little color on that sausage. We're going to pull it out. Save the oil. We're going to cook the chicken in the same place. My birthday's on Friday. Hoggies. Where's my phone? Remind me on Friday.
Got it. On Friday. At what time?
Morning.
All right. On Friday at 8 a.m. What's the reminder?
Today is Laura's birthday.
Got it. I'll remind you on Friday at 8 a.m.
It said Laura, but, you know, whatever. I'll figure it out. Your brother's going to TwitchCon, so best day we could do. Fair enough. It said Laura. So technically you didn't get the reminder, someone else did. Boo, I blame your accent for that? How am I at fault here? Okay, that was freaking Google. God. Oh my God. Really, Brenty?
Laura, we must have an epic party. I'll bring the White Claw. Because I'm the devil and it's the devil. I'll also bring Fireball.
Seriously though, who thought of cinnamon whiskey? Who thought of that? It's a terrible idea. Which bin? That's a good point. Get wrecked. Did you guys get White Girl Wasted? Ooh, Fireball, we gonna get turned. No! No! Not ooh, Fireball, we gonna get turned. No! Fireball, yuck! Bad. Ew, nasty. Get that shit away from me. That's gross. You and tonight. Alright, that's the last glass for me. That equals 2 glasses. Cinnamon triggers my eczema, so not a fan. Yeah, that would make me not a fan of it either. Dairy sometimes triggers my eczema, which is why I'm not a fan. Well, one of the big reasons. Birthday crab wave. Woo! Do I sound white girl wasted? Yes. Look at your typing. It's all over the place. Clearly white girl wasted. I imagine Lara can really hold her liquor well. I would say, yeah, I agree with that statement. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, I think that's true. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Not knowing Alora. No, I'll remember who it is. I'll remember who it is. I'm putting just some of the sausage back in, and the reason being is that I don't want to put all of the sausage back in, because when you cook it like this, the sausage tends to give most of its good flavor to the dish. All right. So with that in mind, I'm putting only some of it back in, and the rest I'll add at the end. Like I said, it's fully cooked. What's up, man?
Hello, sir.
How are you?
Oh, I'm great. No more work tomorrow.
He's off tomorrow, chat.
That's right.
But only because he quit. It's GG. GG work. We're off now.
In a blind rage.
He just walked out.
Not even that far from the truth.
Just walked out furious. That's not true.
It's good to see you, bro. How's the day?
It was long.
Yeah.
It was omega long.
Yeah, today's a busy day, I remember.
I started stream at 5 p.m. because I was late getting back. Because, well.
That's fair. Who made fun of you?
Long story short, I did a lot of things that weren't cooking today.
A lot of things that weren't cooking.
I put together a refrigerator. I took a car to the shop.
You took a car to the shop.
I went grocery shopping.
You went grocery shopping.
I hung out with some of the kids. I played baseball with one of the kids for like a decent amount of time. Yeah.
As long as you're getting paid for it. Hell yeah.
I'll get paid for it.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I had a good time. I just didn't get all the cooking done, so I have to go back tomorrow.
So you're just doing it for fun?
I'm doing it because it needed to be done.
Well, that's nice of you.
It was fun, but yeah, I did it because someone asked for help. You don't say, "Oh, fuck you."
That's fair.
I can't do it. No, no, I can't do it.
That's fair.
I say, "No, I got it. No problem."
Sounds like you're going to be an invaluable member of the team over there.
Yeah, I hope not.
Hopefully a very well compensated invaluable member of the team. That's good, bro. I'm happy for you. That means you have to go back tomorrow, but it means that
It's fine,
you got
yeah.
a lot of good things done.
It's fine.
I'm sure whoever was going to have to build that refrigerator is thrilled.
Yeah, they don't have to build the fridge anymore.
They're the
I'd
happiest
be
people.
pleased.
Yeah, I'd be thrilled.
Hey, the fridge, it's there.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
That would boggle my mind.
yeah. It's the fridge I had to put my food in, so it kind of made sense that I needed to build it.
Well, I said I agree there. Well, that's good, bro. I'm glad you had such a successful day. You look to be in good spirits.
Well, that's the wine talking.
Well,
Yeah.
my day was pretty good. There was just one customer who was, to be honest, a huge bitch.
I agree, Mike. I agree. A huge bitch.
Oh, huge. But what can you do? Some people choose to be that way, and it's fine. So I put her out of my mind, and I move on with my life.
Uh
There we go. So there we go.
huh. Yes, we do, Laura. And I'm sorry, dude. It sounds terrible.
I mean, it wasn't ideal. I'll say that. But
There's nothing worse than dealing with a huge bitch.
That doesn't feel good, you know? It doesn't feel good. Wouldn't recommend. But it's over now. There you go.
Okay, we get it, Steve. Only if they're imaginary. My imaginary restaurant. Is that like your upgraded kitchen? Is that what that's like? I bet you it is. I bet you they're the same thing. Alright. So now we wait, chat. We go back to doing what we were doing, which is really just dicking around. Yeah, I didn't have time to go shopping for us. So
I like that you took a card to the shop.
tonight we're eating beans and rice.
You literally took a card to the shop. You said, you know what, this card needs to go to the shop. Lego.
Yeah. It did need to go to the shop. That's the thing. It needed to go. And I was available to help. I figured, why not?
You took it there.
You need 2 people and 2 cars to take the car to the shop. That or an Uber.
You do. Man, much better than Uber. Fuck Uber.
Yeah, fuck Uber.
I don't want to ride with strangers.
Us. When you said us, I thought you meant chat. Of course I meant chat. If I don't shop here, that's us. That's you and me, chat. That's us. If I don't have food to cook here, then what do? We drink around. We drink.
Whatever happened to the reflecting pool stream?
We had enough for booze, huh? The booze was already here. Okay. The booze is already here. The reflecting pool stream is still happening. I know where I want to do it. Now I just got to get my setup good enough to take it to the place. We drink around, true. Super blue fruit now. Sad category, drink and drink. That's not a category. No, it could be, I guess. What else we got to do while this rice is cooking? I'm going to have to probably move it to the back at some point because it'll cook too fast. Oh. I don't know, chat. I don't know. What do you think? I don't know. Got rather peed off? Peed off, huh? Well, you know what my mom always says? Better peed off than peed on. It's true. It's true. For the record, she's only said that once, but I never forgot it, so. Posted to Discord. Let's head over to Discord and find out what Laura has for us today. What up, Earthtown? How are you? Oh, wow. Carpaccio, lamb rump roast with some type of puree. They use the little puree brush. I've seen that puree brush 100 times. What is that? Squash, some kind of squash puree. Is Wei getting drunk? I'm not getting drunk. I'm just drinking on an empty stomach. Some do prefer the latter. That is true, Cal. Some do prefer the latter. You are correct. There are certain individuals, R. Kelly, that like that kind of stuff. You know. You notice the brush mark too? You saw that brush 52 months ago? It's like a silicone brush. It looks a lot like this, actually. Right? It's more like a rake, to be honest, than a brush. And it just has little, like, divots cut out. And they just put the sauce down, and they just pull this thing through it. That's how they got that effect. He's Mary. Yeah, I'm Mary, and it's not even Christmas yet. Let me show you these pictures so you don't have to go to Discord chat. Hold on. If we're gonna talk about them, I might as well be able to see them, huh? There is the lamb rump, and that's what we're talking about with the rake. You see these lines here? It literally looks like this tool that I have, and you just shoop, pull it through your sauce, and it makes that like irrigated look. That's a cake. Anna from Frozen, what's up? Show me your best cake. Yeah, that's a cake. Look at it. Look how good it is. It's a meat cake. Do you like meat cake? We've sliced this one down. Beef cake. Well, it's lamb cake, technically. It's more tender than beef cake. It's more tender than beef cake. I swapped the potato with fries? Wait, what? Wait a second. Carpaccio Venetian. I've drank too much wine already. Rocket. Hold on. I'm looking at the wrong picture, chat. Hold on. If we're going to read this, we might as well go to the picture that it is. Venison, carpaccio, rocket, parmesan, balsamic? What is this? Parmesan shavings and truffle oil. Wait, this is the truffle oil? No, this is the truffle oil. This is like balsamic of some sort. They just didn't put that in the description because they're rude. I used to serve this exact same dish. That's the oil spill. Would be a lot of truffle oil. It would be. Hold on. Let me see if I can find. I almost guarantee you that the hotel in Asheville still sells this exact same dish. I just gotta go find it. I just gotta go find it. Give me 2 seconds. View menus. Dinner. They had it on the menu for ages. Venison, carpaccio, the exact same get up. Except I think we put like crispy capers on it. Okay, bang. Do you see it, chat? Do you see it? It's not the same thing, Lara. It's not the same thing. They didn't put truffle. We're doing it different. But these two parts are the same. It's very common to if you're gonna serve carpaccio to have bang bang bang. You know, 1, 2, 3. It's the classic pairing, if you will. But I bring it up because I've made this plate I don't know how many times. Minus the balsamic. I think that's balsamic. I don't know. It looks like balsamic of some sort. I made this plate more times than you have fingers and toes. More keys than you have on your keyboard. We used to plate it where the carpaccio started here and went in a line like down. It's a very good plate, but it's very doable. It's very doable. Because you can do this. You can do this ahead of time. I remember when we were slammed, we would have like 80 of these ready to go. Okay, on to the next one. Lammy boy. Look at that. Look at the viscosity of this sauce. Looks nom, chat. It's so nom. So we got lamb roast. Vegans, look away. Daphnois potatoes. I don't know why I said that. I'm drunk. Blame it on the alcohol. What we got? Black olives. We got black peppercorns. It looks like. Not sure what the garnish is. Oh, that's not peppercorns. Those are all one piece. The greens were just cabbage. Cabbage back here. Cabbage back here. I gotta zoom out again. There's two things I don't like about this plate. This. Oh, you got fries instead. Fair enough. And they're like off the edge somewhere. This running here, don't like that. That is easy enough to not let it do. Don't like it. Right? And this running here, don't like. I also think the puree brush, you know, they're allowed to do that. They're allowed to do that. They do what they want, of course. I do think the running is a little avoidable. It's avoidable. But that could have just been the server. It's probably the server. We'll blame it on the server. Server was like, I gotta run these plates. Alright, I'm bringing these plates to the table. My name's Nugmaster. Here's your lamb. Here's your other lamb. You wanted fries? You want ketchup with that? Way fighting those intrusive thoughts. Am I? I'm always talking to Nug. If I'm talking about servers, 80% of the time I'm talking to Nug. I don't assume that Nugmaster was a bad server, okay? Or a shitty server, as we call them in the industry. I just assume that all servers are bad servers. That's all. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm joking. I worked with some very talented, very amazing servers. Addy Beck, what is up? How are you? Good to see you. Okay. Okay, I worked with some amazing, very skilled, very talented servers. I also worked with some papegs who really ought to have been deleted from restaurants for how scumbaggy and terrible they were at their jobs. Deleted. Just straight up erased from restaurants. Backpedaling. I mean, I'm not really backpedaling. I'm just saying, I don't believe that all servers are shitty servers. They'll all still get called shitty servers by me, but they're not all shitty. Some of them are really good. Wait a second. I thought the running wasn't great, but the server wasn't great? Or the server was great or wasn't great? So it's just the food runner that we don't like? Somebody go get that food runner. Facing completely different directions. Oh, paganisms. They ran it out wrong? Yeah, I'm giving unadulterated opinions on plates right now because, well, this juice is allowing me to not filter my comments. The expo was fine though? Yeah, sure they were. I mean, sure they were. The expo did great. You can tell if the expo is doing poorly. It was me. I was the expo. Yeah, I figured it was you. You can tell if the expo is doing poorly because either stuff doesn't all come at once or tables get run in weird orders. But or like depending on the restaurant, the details aren't there. Like, oh, I ordered sauce on this. Where's my sauce? You know, I had a side of steak sauce. I had ranch. Now, that's not always necessarily the expo's fault, right? But if you see a lot of that all happening at once, that's probably the expo. It's either the expo or the server. Because either it's on the ticket wrong, or the ticket's right and the version that was sent out is wrong. One of the two. She said Discord needs more food porn. What up, Christian? Bin after dark. I moved the starters myself? Yeah, I do that. I do that too. Like they put your plate down like this, but it's supposed to be like this. I'll just adjust it. We went to a restaurant. Oh my God. Y'all remember we went to, I didn't want to be rude, so I never really talked about, I went to dinner with my parents the other day, right? And we went to this restaurant. And it was obviously meant to be fancy, right? There was white tablecloths, and I'm like, who uses tablecloths anymore, dude? Can I call my mom now? No, she doesn't talk on stream. We could maybe call my dad, though. All right? we sit down, and the shit's like this. It's like that. And I'm like, what's going on here? My glass is on the wrong side. How old am I? I'm 28 this year. My fork was all wrong. The glass is what really got me. They put the water glass on the left side, and they put everyone's water glass on the left side. And you're just supposed to be like, who's who then? How am I supposed to sit here if all the water glass is on the left side? I don't understand. Where do I drink my water from? What is this anarchy? God, I can't deal with this. Long story short, when they started running the table, everything was wrong. Everything was wrong. Why do you drink? I drink because I enjoy certain alcohols, quality alcohol. Yeah, it was bad, dude. Dude, it was so bad. How old is Chippy? Chippy's 27 for like another month, half a month. Make sure you get him a birthday present, chat. What I recall is that, like, first of all, everything came out piecemeal, right? So there was one, and then there was another one, and then there was another one. And there's like 4 people at our table holding plates, and they're like, who had the ribeye? And we're like, none of us ordered the ribeye. And I'm like, okay. Who had the chicken? And we're like, none of us ordered the chicken. You guys got the wrong table, clearly. And then they're like, who had the flank steak with the chimichurri? Exercise? I have redemptions for that if you want me to exercise. And then we're like, we'll take one of these. Oh, I got that. That's almost right. And we're taking plates, and I'm like, oh, fuck me. Oh, no. We don't need to take these plates. Don't take anything. Okay, that's someone else's table. Stop taking plates. But my mom and people are just like, oh, that sounds almost like mine. Almost. And I'm like, no, it's not ours. Long story short, they never told us, but I'm pretty sure they gave us the whole wrong table. And then there was like cold here, cold there. It was like, that was overdone. I had to wait extra time. Everybody had to wait. It was just like, nice running. Nice expo. No, take that. Yeah, it's free food. That's basically what happened. Free food. It was like, oh, we're so sorry. That's not what you ordered. We'll get you what you ordered. But do you want that on the house? Because you already started eating it. And fuck the people over there whose food it is. Fuck them. Big no. Also, chat, do not do push-ups when you are drunk. I've done it before. It's a bad time. Good way to get cut. Yeah, good way to not get fucking scheduled again. If that's your way to get cut, good, you know, your ass is about to be put on breakfast shifts too. Okay? I never cut people who do that shit. There are people who do that, but go to breakfast. Go to breakfast. I hope you enjoy lots of shitty tables and low tips. Have fun. Push-ups while drunk are fun. I just remember having a push-up competition while drunk once. And I smashed out some push-ups. I was going in 60, 80, 90. And then I won the competition. And then I felt just gone. awful. I felt just terrible. It was awful. It was the worst. I could not ever recommend anyone do push-ups while drinking alcohol. Wake up the next day, can't move? No, it was immediate. It was just burn and then everything wanted to come back to the top, to the surface to play again, and I was like, oh, not a good time. Don't recommend. Don't recommend. Brunch is Way's favorite shift? Yeah, right. I hate brunch. If I could put everyone on brunch, I would. Everyone I hated on brunch, I'd put them on brunch. Anyone who caused me a problem. Bachelor fucks up like 6 tables, Bachelor's going on brunch. Bachelor, you're going on brunch. Oh man, I'm sorry, the schedule, I couldn't work it out. I know you don't normally work brunches, but I'm gonna need you to take this one. I will take brunch. You think you'd take brunch. At my restaurant, brunch is a fucking fork up your... It is a bad time. Bottomless mimosas. Bottomless mimosas everywhere. You get a bottomless mimosa. You get a bottomless. You get a bottomless. Everyone's getting a bottomless mimosa. What else is going on? Oh, there's only 2 servers scheduled for all of brunch. Oh, I wonder why there's only 2. That's weird. What else is going on? The kitchen can't keep up. Kitchen's sucking dick. Kitchen's falling down dying. Freaking everybody knows Mr. Kessler somehow. Somehow everybody knows the owner. Oh, I know Mr. Kessler. All right, this is some garbage. Oh, and then the Russians come in. Oh, yeah. Mike knows. The Russians come in. The Russians have finished their church service, and they're coming in. And they're going to want 1 table. And they're all going to come in 4 at a time. 3 at a time. 6. 3 kids. 4 kids. 12 kids. 12 kids and freaking 15 adults all eating at different times. Oh, and we're going to split all those checks. But I'm going to get his, and his, and she's going to get hers and hers. He's going to get those 3 over there and that one down there. Oh, did we mention we're Russian, so we're not going to tip you? Have fun! Have fun! Yay, brunch. Yay, brunch. You're out of booster seats. Oh, God, yeah. How many booster seats you got? We're out. You don't got enough. You thought you had enough? What about crayons? Oh, how did we run out of crayons? I don't know. Nobody ordered them. Table that size tip is included, bitch. Oh, they're going to fight you. They're going to fight you on it. The tip might be included, but they're going to fight tooth and nail. What do you mean? We're not a 24 top. We came as 4. We're a 4 top. We're not with them. They're our friends, but we're not sitting with them. We're a 4 top. No, we're a 3 top. What do you mean? All right, yes, we pushed the tables together on our own without asking. But we're a 3 top. You can't charge us as a 6 top. No. My children threw their spaghetti under the seats. Thank God we didn't have spaghetti on the menu. They did throw everything under the sun on the floor, though. Then your food is coming out at different times. Oh, I'm telling you. You may have enjoyed brunch. Well, I doubt you would have enjoyed brunch. But you may have made decent money, and that would have made brunch kind of chill out for you. I didn't make dick for money, okay? And every fucking time somebody had a fucking small issue I mean, I've told you the story. I've told you the story where the guy... I had a server who was like on his way out, but he hadn't told anyone he was quitting yet. And the lady, just to sum it all up in one sentence, she comes to the front, she pulls me aside, and she says, "You have ruined my whole month." That was her opener. You know what her problem was? Can you guess? Check. Some of you know. Can you guys guess what her problem was that ruined her entire month? Some of you know, because I've told this story like 4 or 5 times. The salmon. It was the goddamn salmon. Was it rotten? No. Was it bad? No. Was it overcooked? No. Chat, you want to know what happened to the damn salmon? You want to know what happened? That ruined this lady's whole month? She sat with her salmon salad. Her salad with a nice piece of salmon on top. She sat and she talked with her mother-in-law and her sister. And she talked and she talked. And then the salmon was cold because she sat there with the salmon and she talked. And then she took her first bite and said, "Wow, this salmon's cold." And we said, "Well, we'd love to heat that up for you." And we heated it up. And then we brought it back to her. And she said, "You didn't bring me a fresh piece of salmon?" Bitch, why would we bring you a fresh piece of salmon? Would you like to explain why you deserve a fresh piece of salmon after you let your piece get cold? Why the fuck would we bring you that? Did you tell me that you wanted a new piece of salmon? No, you said, "Well, this salmon has gotten cold." And I said, "Well, I'll make that hot for you." And somehow, your month is now ruined. Your month is now ruined. You would have brought a fresh one? Yeah. If I had known that shit was going to happen, I'd have brought a fresh one too. But I was fresh. I was a fresh-faced, fresh out of school, young hospitality manager. I didn't know that apparently letting your salmon get cold means you get a new one for free. That's it. I didn't know she was going to be that way. I just had to deal with me being the cause for ruining her entire day or entire month. The fuck am I supposed to do? Were you going to pay for a fresh piece? I don't think she was. And then she put up a big ass fuss, of course, as one does. Put up a big ass fuss. It tells me my server has an attitude issue after my server did give her some, rightfully so, in my opinion. Gave her some lip, and I was like, makes sense to me. This lady's a bitch. She's almost as bad as the porterhouse lady who told me her porterhouse doesn't taste like a porterhouse. What does that mean? Explain. Chat, is this a frequent story? It's not super frequent, but this is at least the 4th or 5th time, yeah, for sure. For sure. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Jesus. Just tell me you found a hair in it. You'll get a brand new salad for free, no problem. Even if I think it's your hair and you put it there on purpose. Come on, people. Have some fucking sense. Having a cold salad does not mean you somehow deserve a new piece of fish, freshly prepared from scratch. And the other piece of fish, oh, what are we going to do with that? What do we do with the cold piece of fish? Well, can you package that up for my dog? I know it's a problem. But like, my dog would still eat that. It's cold and I don't want it, and I'd rather have a new one, but I could still feed it to little Teddy. Fuck you, lady. You're not going to feed that to little Teddy. You're going to go home and pop that in a frying pan just like we are right here. Heat it up, and you're going to eat it. Don't tell me you're going to feed that to little Teddy. You just want 2 free pieces of salmon because you're not satisfied with 1. Pieces of garbage. Why she sound like that? That's how they sound. Actually, not all of them sound like that. Not all of them sound like that. If you're lucky, that's how they sound. This porterhouse doesn't taste like a porterhouse. I hate that. I hate that story. Actually, I hate bringing that story up. Because now it's fresh. Now I remember. I remember exactly. I remember every little detail. I remember the person's face. I remember her looking at me and asking me, wow, this is a big piece of meat. Can you cut that for us? And we're like, well, we don't typically cut that, but sure, no problem. And go back and cut the porterhouse into nice pieces so that they can share it amongst the table. Bring it back, put it down. Lady takes 1 piece. Chat, just bear with me, okay? All right? Just bear with me for 1 second. Just imagine that this onion is the porterhouse, right? And I've cut the porterhouse down, right? Because you ordered the most expensive piece of meat on the menu. It's a limited run. Very nice cut of meat. Limited run. I put it back and I present it, whatever. Honestly, in my opinion, it looked better than the first time it went out. And the lady gets her little fork and she takes a piece like this. Oh yes, I'll take a piece. She puts it in her mouth. And she says, this doesn't taste like a porterhouse. This doesn't taste like a red onion. I've tasted it. It doesn't taste like a red onion at all. I want it for free. And I'm like, bitch, you paying for that. Okay, you paying for that. I'll give you something else for free, but you paying for that steak. I'll be damned. I'll be damned if you get that freaking steak for free. I'll go to freaking war. That was like the one time I went to war with a customer. And I don't regret it, but I feel bad for my server who had to who still had to deal with that table. Yeah. I was so pissed. This doesn't taste like a porterhouse. Well, does it look like a porterhouse? Oh, it looks like a porterhouse. Okay, so then why doesn't it taste like a porterhouse? Well, it tastes kind of like... It took them a long time to get to a reasonable story. Like, by the 4th time I came back to the table, they were telling me it tasted like a Walmart steak. And I was just like, okay. Get the fuck out of here. I know where this steak comes from. I watched them bring it in. Fucking Walmart steak. Suck my gonads. They were doing meat glue. Maybe she did think we were meat gluing stuff together. I raised that cow from birth. I mean, it was near to that. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it was near to that. The range of locality for that steak was something like 15 miles. Okay? It was close. It was right up the street, basically. Okay, you don't just get that. You don't get that. Can you go to Walmart and get a steak from 15 miles away? I don't think so. I don't think so. Fucking Walmart steak. I kind of wanted to punch her. I'm not going to lie. I'm not one to resort to violence, but I kind of wanted to punch her in the face. Here's the name of the farmer. Go argue with him. Yeah, right? You want me to call him right now? I'll get him on the line. I didn't choose violence. I didn't. Okay, I didn't punch her in the face. Okay, I didn't. Was this in NY? No, this was in Nashville. This is a Nashville story. Yeah, I didn't choose violence. I chose, after like 5 times of talking to the woman, to never talk to her again. I didn't care. I was not going back to the table. I was done. And I didn't. I did not go back to the table. After a certain point of like telling her, I'm not paying for this. I'm not taking off your bill. That was the first time I ever actually like just bluntly told someone, I'm not taking this off your bill. You're paying for this, you bitch. Oh, this was the same table. Oh shit, I don't know how I forgot this part. This is the same table. First of all, she wasn't paying at all. Nobody at the table was paying, turned out. One of the people's husbands was paying. So none of those ladies there were paying. The meal was paid for. And we had to call to get the number, the credit card, to pay for that check, right? So it was they weren't even paying. None of them were paying. So the fact that they put up a fucking super uber fuss was for nothing, because none of them were actually paying in the first place. And then the next day, I may be mixing up my stories here, but the next day, the dude who's the husband called back and wanted to contest the charge because they ordered the most expensive bottle of champagne. They ordered one of our really old Doms, and we're like, oh wow, you want to order the Dom, that one, this Dom here? And they're like, yes, we want that one. And then he called back the next day because he's looking at his bill and he's like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? How did they spend $4,000 on a freaking Friday night meal? He was pissed. And we're like, what they ordered the Dom. They ordered the Dom. We're like, you know, I don't remember, that one got pumped all the way up the line to the hotel's GM. So I don't remember how they resolved that one. I was, because I didn't have to deal with it. I was happy. I was like, I ain't dealing with that shit. Holy crap! Thank God I didn't take that. I didn't take that credit card. I didn't pour that Dom. I just was there talking about the damn porterhouse. You described the asshole who ordered the Dom. You probably know him. Call him. Yeah, it was a table of four ladies. It was four ladies, if I recall. It was either 3 or 4. Order the most expensive one if you're not paying. Bruh. Don't do that. Don't do that. Order the next most expensive one, okay? The most expensive bottle was pretty fucking expensive, dude. It was pretty up there. At that point, I would bounce. I just remember I remember some people got in trouble. I remember that. I do remember that. The worst thing you can ever say in the U.S. is my treat. I mean, if you have shit friends, maybe, dude. Maybe. I usually snag the bill at the end, though. You are right, Bachelor, actually. Now that I think about it, I usually just snag the bill at the end. I don't tell anybody. Not because, I mean, I guess it's just fortuitous on my part that I don't tell people. But I don't usually tell people. It's just when the check comes, I'm like, give me that shit. I'm paying. Well, I used to be like that. Now I'm like, why am I out to eat? I don't have any money. But yeah, I guess if you were to tell people at the beginning, I'd be okay with it, I guess. Before they order, it's PB&J and water. True. Lobster tails, porterhouses, and bubbly. Alright, chap. It's not the most impressive meal I've ever made. That's for sure. And I could honestly even plate it better than it's plated. But, we got a little Carolina Gold Rice chicken sausage jambalaya. I don't even know if I really want to call it jambalaya. Need cilantro. I'm not putting cilantro on there. You can keep your cilantro on that one. I mean, it's got beans in it. It's kind of like a cross between beans and rice and jambalaya. Yo, Lynn. Darkwood, what's up, y'all? I mean, it is fucking good. It's hot, good God. Yeah, it's fucking good. I think it would look a lot better if I had more veggies. But for what it is and for what I had to work with today, it's pretty good. It's pretty great, actually. Missed Doubtfire. True. What are you grabbing on? It's like jambalaya. We'll call it jambalaya, even though it's close to being beans and rice. Typically, I think jambalaya, I think there's going to be shrimp in there. I know there doesn't need to be, but that's just how I feel, you know? I think jambalaya, I think chicken, sausage, shrimp. So, this is not that. This is very good, though. All right. Let me find out if my roommates are eating. Ugh. Just woke up. Nice. Nice, nice. We were having a good old-fashioned hospitality story rant. And it was a good time. In fact, it kind of makes me want to go back into hospitality again. A chin wag. Yes, a chin wag. That's a phrase I haven't heard in a hot minute. But yeah, it was good. You can see I am freaking exhausted. I need rest. And it sounded like you're going back to trauma and we have therapy. I mean, yeah, close enough. I wouldn't really call it trauma, though. Where'd the other